fucking microphone. There we go. Oh, were you worried? Were you worried that I wasn't going to speak to you? Don't you worry at all. Don't you worry about anything. I'll take care of you. I got you. I'm just waiting for the audio to catch up on YouTube. Fucking microphone. There it is. There's that beautiful baby. All right, let's see here. We're going to boost this up a little bit. Right there. That seems pretty good. We can take that one down. We're just doing the rest of the rounds. All right. How are you? It's Tuesday night. Are you happy? Are you joyful? Are you celebratory? How has your Tuesday been? How was your fucking Jesus smudging bullshit? How has your week been? How's your life been? I don't know if it's the weather or recent life decisions I've made or the new medication I'm on. I don't know what it is. I'm in a good mood today. It's probably a combination of all of those things. Fuck me, I just cannot get rid of this one smudge. How's it 2023? We haven't come up with smudgeless glasses yet. You know? I was holding off on having to get glasses until smudgeless came around. And look at me. Smudging everywhere. So today I wanted to do something slightly different than we normally do. I know that we often go to Reddit, and we can do that a little bit. We might start off doing that, but I also wanted to take a look at, because I wanted to look at YouTube, okay? I often will find myself, especially on my Low Stranges channel, just browsing the most bizarre fucking shit. And so I thought, wouldn't it be fun for us to go browse this videos instead of just the regular Reddit stuff? I think it would be fun. So give me 1 second. We are going to, I'm just going to get logged into YouTube while you cannot see my screen, because I gotta play it safe, y'all. If I can remember my fucking password, because I use a separate browser entirely. All right. Do we want to do a little Reddit first, or do we want to go right to YouTube? I'll tell you right now, there is some shit on YouTube that we are definitely going to watch together, though. I'm looking right at it. Let's just quickly scroll through Reddit, see if there's anything there that grabs our eyeballs, and then we'll go over to YouTube and we'll start seeing what's going on over there. That's probably fair, right? Excuse my giant hair. I've been wearing it up all day. I put it up as soon as I showered, and I just took it down. I made a TikTok to say, hey, we're streaming. And I just took it down, and it's fucking everywhere. No one's even seen the TikTok. We're already streaming. I'll leave it up until the end of the show. If you haven't seen it, you have until the end of the show. It's not anything fantastic. All right, we're going to do the grow down because I've got everybody loaded up and ready to go. Ba 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 da ba. All right, let's see. Looks like I've got some noties. Nothing. Who cares? Let's go see my 5 upvotes. What are they doing? How are they hanging out? Open the goddamn door. What is this about? Did I do this on the show? Oh yeah, I did do this on the show. Open the goddamn door. All right, let's see what's happening. The Westfall UFO photo taken just before the famous mass sighting at a school where 400 plus... I think I've seen this before. It's a fairly popular case. It looks like a colander thrown into the sky. It is interesting, though. Wasn't it Lazar said they... I know. But it was Lazar that said they fly belly up, right? Or belly to the side. Sideways is what I'm trying to say, god damn it. If it's real, it's a good photo. But it does look like a colander. Somebody celebrating their graduation from cooking school. That's a good joke. Let's see. Kid looked up and was waving at nothing. Oh, I just saw this on TikTok, actually.
Cheese. Cheese. What you doing? What you see? What? What you see? Who you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on.
That is a fair reaction. That would that would also freak me out. Fuck, man. The kid's just like, it's Papa. What are you talking about? Starts waving at him. He seems pretty happy about it. Look at him. He's like, check it out. Papa's in here. I haven't seen him since we threw him in that box.
What? What you see?
He's looking right at something. He sees something.
Who you saying hi to?
That's, I don't give a shit. That kid sees something. That's my official analysis of this clip. That kid sees something, period. And he knows what he sees. He sees Papa, which I assume is Grandpa in this case. I buy it. I buy that one. I know you're so used to me shitting on everything, especially ghost videos. Nope, I buy that one. This would freak me out if I didn't currently have a toddler who constantly points at the ceiling fan and says random nonsense. But he's not saying random nonsense. He's pointing at Papa and waving. I once... all right, I do have an eerie story. It didn't happen to me, but I once had a friend who died. And there were a bunch of us living in this one house. And he died. And all of us experienced a variety of things. There was an older guy that lived with us at the time who was very skeptical, very materialist, very here and now in the real world. If I can't touch it, it doesn't exist. You know the type. Very, very staunch in his skepticism. And he came out of a room one day, fucking white as a sheet, as they say, and was having trouble talking because somebody grabbed his shoulder while he was in the other room. And I've seen people terrified before, and I've seen people faking it before, and no, he looked like he was gonna vomit. He was interesting. So don't discount your daughter here. Comprehensive doubt 55. Don't offer comprehensive doubt. Your daughter might be onto something. I don't know. I believe it. A hidden Ouija board. Nope. 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 You never saw it. No. Listen. You found a Ouija board while cleaning out the basement directly under... Nope. No, that's bad news bears. Listen, I've you often see this in these circles. I know tarot cards, a lot of people prefer them to come to you in certain ways. I don't know if it's just a ritual thing, like if it's just like what makes it special. To be fair, I heard the same thing about DMT. I was on the hunt for DMT for a long time, and I was told that when the time is right, it will come to you. And I'll tell you what, when it did come to me, it was the right time. So maybe there is something to that, wait for things to come to you. But I'll tell you what you shouldn't wait to come to you. Fucking hidden Ouija boards. No. You think it's all fun and games and spooky until you're talking to fucking Zozo, and all of a sudden you keep feeling fingers in your eyeballs. I don't know if Zozo's going to throw fingers in your eyeballs, but you know what I'm saying. Don't fuck with this shit. Especially when you don't know where it came from and it just happens to be under a room where there's activity going on. Don't be a ding-dong. Get rid of it. Or don't even touch it. Just fucking... I don't know what to do with it. Dogman episode 426, the story behind this photo. Come on. I mean, I see something. I see something. I don't know what to say. Yeah, it looks like a dog head. It does. It looks like what you would expect a werewolf. Hold on. I don't know what I'm going to get here. This might be terrible. Should I search black dog head? Nope, that's not what we were looking for. Nope. All right, this was a little more dangerous. We're going to search the color black because that was what was in the video. None of these are dog head. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're closing this tab. I'm willing to bet that with a little more searching, I would find that, though. Why is it that all the Dogmen pictures are like this? How fucking high up is this fella? Hanging out in a tree. Why are they all like this? Why do we never get a full body? We get better pictures of fucking Sasquatch. This is apparently GoPro footage of a Yowie.
How long does it take to upgrade?
Jesus Christ, Facebook.
From all this rave. I can't move my finger away from this game for even a second.
Get the fuck out of here. How long is this video? I don't want to watch this whole fishing trip. Still fishing. Looks like he caught something down there. That's cool. Good for him. I don't see anything in here that says yeah. Like where's the tag? Possible Yowie roaring. I didn't get that shit at all. All right, moving on. Getting out of the Dogman hole. Demonic voice. I heard a really good EVP the other day. Maybe it was this morning. I don't know. If we could find it, I'll play it. It might have been on TikTok, though. I'm not going searching through TikTok right now. I was saying go grab the camera. I saw the subtitles. I know, but I don't know. Maybe. Anyone on here interested in participating in a debate about Mothman? No. No. Do you want to talk about Mothman? Sure. I don't want to fucking debate about... Let's see what their argument is. I was going to participate in the debate and argue there's enough evidence to conclude that Mothman is plausible, but the host of the channel, James, wants someone who is like 75% or more sure that Mothman exists. I guess I'm too agnostic about Mothman. I would say there's enough... Like... as far as we can get evidence. I know that there's some pictures, but I think that they've all been debunked. There is some reliable witness testimony, and there's tons of it, all the way from West Virginia to Chicago. I think that's about as good as we're going to get, though, is eyewitness testimony. But again, I want to point out, because it seems like people still don't realize this, it's still happening. It's still happening in Chicago. There's new reports coming out of Chicago every once in a while. People are still seeing Mothman, which I also want to say, because people have a hard time with this part too, it doesn't look like a moth. None of the eyewitnesses describe it that way. That name was given to it by a reporter back in the 60s, because like Birdman was taken, Batman was taken, so they called it Mothman for some fucking reason. So like even the statue in Point Pleasant looks like a moth. It's silly. We should change the name, but it's a cool sounding name. But yeah, I would say there's enough evidence to suggest that people are seeing something. Hundreds of people over the last 40 or 50 years, 60 years, have been seeing something. The same thing over and over in a migratory pattern. Let's see. A leaked document fully supports Bob Lazar's story.
Everyone interested in the phenomenon.
12 minutes? No. I'm not even fucking dealing with the 12-minute video. Saw this conversation on Facebook and it reminded me of the Skinny Bob footage. It was digitally manipulated in post, but does that make it fake? If it was digitally manipulated in post, yeah, at least to some degree. Oh, beautiful. I'd love that. Anybody wants to get me a gift? I know I say that from time to time. An Art Bell collection would be lovely, especially if it was signed. Hell, even just like a nice framed photo of Art at his desk, that would be cool as shit. Let's see. Humanoid seen flying on a box-like vehicle near Castiglio, Romagna province, Italy. That's what it looked like? Fuck yeah, I love that. You know, it makes me... I really love this. It makes me think of Jetpack Guy in California right now. It also makes me... Vaguely, the suit reminds me of the Sandown Clown. I'm not reading all that. I love that, though. Who painted this painting? I want that painting. If anyone wants to give me a gift, you can give me that painting. All right, y'all. We are going... I don't see anything that's really jumping out to me, so let's go over to YouTube. Someone found this on the beach in South Jersey. It's some rotted animal. They always look weird when they rot. Sturgeon and fox combined. All right, over to YouTube we go. Hey, look, it's us right now. Let's see. Do you want to check out the live tracker, see if we got anything? It'd be amazing if we caught something. It looks like the sky's kind of overcast though, so we're probably not going to see anything. It's going to happen while I'm looking away. All right. Nothing. What else we got? Right, let's go over to the Mars Anomalies and Beyond channel. I watch this guy's videos from time to time. Sometimes he digs up incredible shit.
You curious to see how I got paid $2,300?
No, I'm not. Shut the fuck up. Keep your goddamn scams away from the older generations. You're crushing people. sometimes he comes up with these great gems. He's very inventive as far as for what he can see. Sometimes it's clearly dog shit, but he is good eye for pattern recognition. I'll give him that. I don't know what this video is about, but rainbow on Mars and machinery scattered about. Rainbows need moisture. Rainbows are
What's
possible on
going on,
Mars,
everyone?
right?
Welcome back. I hope everybody's having a great day. Folks, we're going to get into a photo that's been circulating around on social media and other pages, right? I found this on space.com. The question is, did Perseverance take photos of a rainbow on Mars? Now, I think it's pretty interesting. When you see this, you can't help but to say, yes, it is one. Now, let's get into the article. I want to show you this, and then we're going to get into some really interesting things on the ground that don't look natural. And one thing really eluded me, and I wasn't even sure what it was until I went, whoa. I just kind of sat back and I looked at it and said, wow, that's interesting. And clearly, and I think you folks will agree, that this is not natural at all. Some things look natural when you first look at the normal picture, and then you start to burn around these objects or these so-called rocks, and they're not what they seem. Let's just get right into it. All right, you can see this right here. This is space.com, and it says, no, the Perseverance rover didn't spot a rainbow on Mars. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article to you folks, but I will go down to here.
I can see how it would be a
You
lens
ask,
flare.
Is that a rainbow
Yeah, I
on
can see
Mars?
that.
No, rainbows aren't possible here. Rainbows are created by light reflected off of round water droplets. But there isn't enough water.
I almost
here
tried to scroll up his
It's
screen.
too cold for liquid water in the atmosphere. This arc is a lens flare. Agency officials Tuesday via
Oh my God, he's got edge on his toolbar.
at NASA Persevere. Now, I flag BS because
Sea cleaner? That's a good one.
It does definitely get warm enough for water droplets. And it's been known to rain a little bit on Mars as well as have a water cycle in different parts. So I flag BS when it comes to that part. Now, you folks can go up here. You can see the photo. Now,
I
don't
can
know
see
about
how
you,
it
but I can see
it
the
would be.
colors already. I can see
I
blues,
don't
can
know. I
see,
think
like,
your brain's
yellows
adding that, dude.
and orangey kind of thing.
I think his brain is adding it. I can absolutely see this being a lens flare.
Thing going on, right? Now all you gotta do is up on this top right, click on that,
Hit me, brother.
and all you gotta do is right click.
Again, you have to remember, if you maybe here and here, but like besides your brain automatically adding shit, the way a camera works is that it hits cells which pick up various colors, and you're going to have some separation of colors sometimes in weird lighting situations. I mean, that's like why when you see lens flares, some are red and some are blue.
On your mouse or pad, whatever you got on, and just say save.
All right, let's see
image
some of
as,
this.
Save it to your folder.
Let's
your
get rid
desktop,
of
whatever.
this and go look at
Now,
what he was talking about with the
like
machinery.
this right here. You can see this. See what we can make out of these, okay? From left to right, we'll start off. And a lot of things do, in fact, just look like rocks, and I would agree, okay? There are some things that are questionable, like this right here. You can see this little rock, okay? We've got this rock right here, which I find really interesting, right there. If you move into this, you can see what looks like this weird design, and I'm going to see if I can do this slowly. Okay, goes up like this, goes over to this area.
I don't know about the
back
bottom
around.
part, but he is right about that
This part
curve.
here
That
goes right
curve is
around the top
interesting.
here, like there's another part. And if you look at this piece right here, almost like this ball type thing, which has this darker circle on it, you can see that. And it comes down over to here. Okay? Again, right there. Now I'm going to show you the object that kind of eluded me, and that's right here. Now you're going to say, I don't see a thing there. I don't know what you're talking about. You will in a moment, because you can just see it faintly right here. You can start to see the very top of this thing where it's doing this. Coming up, kind of on a slant, goes across, and then back down. Very, very faint.
See what I mean about his
That's
pattern
the beginning of it.
recognition?
Okay. Slide it over. We've got this so-called rock right here.
Very smooth, very
This
round.
thing is
Got a
really
little
weird.
lip
I'm
on
not
it.
sure what the deal is with this thing.
Is he talking about
Right
this?
here,
That is
down,
fucking
that's
weird.
Pretty interesting. You folks see that right there? I'm not
Also,
even sure what to
this
make of that. It's
over
almost like
here
this-
is catching my
like they
eye
tried to
too.
Put these black areas right here. There's like a tube right here, and they try to put these black areas, but it looks like you can see it's going like this here. It's going up.
See,
through
he's not seeing something
See
I'm
that?
not
I
seeing,
mean,
and
it's
this
got
is
this
why
black area right
pareidolia is
here,
so dangerous.
there, and right on this side, you can see that doing that as well.
I can see something, but I don't see the thing he's
I'm not
talking
sure,
about.
folks, why they did that like that. Check this rock out. Notice the shape
this,
of
too?
this rock. You can see it going up like this, down.
I wish he would look at
The backside
more
going like this
high-res
up,
gigapans instead
going
of
like
this
and you can
very
just see it
low-res
stops
section.
Right there, and you can see where they filled it right here, this brown wannabe sand right here. Okay? See that? Again, they do their best to hide details. This thing, I'm not even sure what to make of this. As you can see what looks like a small arch right here in the very bottom of it, right about here.
Oh, this curvy part there.
Okay. So let's get into this a little bit more. Okay, a little bit darker. Bring it out a little bit
You can
better.
see those fucking
So
colors
get into
pop
this
there.
photo now.
I
Folks,
still think
check
it's a
it out.
lens flare
Here's that
though.
object I told you about. Again, I'm not sure what to make of this. Right here.
All right, so he's I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit where he's really enhanced
This
it.
weird anomaly. Right here.
So basically what he's
See the
doing is
lines
he's
come
just
out.
brightening, contrasting, and then using the burn tool to darken
Okay,
up certain
now
sections.
check this out.
That doesn't
Not sure
add
if you can see this
detail.
thing
It
at
just
all.
darkens it up and adds
Now, you can see it's
contrast.
going like this. Coming up a little bit. You can see the straight piece going back into it, like this. On the very top of this, it appears
So
to be
while
going
some
like
of this might be artifacting,
up at an angle on the left, come straight over.
and a lot of it's
down,
pattern recognition.
and
Look
then
at these
you see it
tread
going down
marks.
like
Is that
this
the
for
rover?
minutes. If you look at the top of it, you can actually see it's doing this. Notice the darker line here in the bottom. Very faint, but it's there. And you got this piece right here. Check that out. Now, I didn't see this at first, but notice you can see it now. It's like you can't unsee this thing. See it? Back out. I'm going to go back and forth to actually hide these objects. You can see that.
Yeah, back up a little bit for you.
See that? Let's have a look at that. Check it out. You can actually still see the lines here, folks. Very faintly, but they're there. Here. Here. Right here.
$69 US.
Get the fuck out of here.
It emulates
Turn men into
50,000 punches
beasts.
in 20 minutes and builds an incredible six-pack up to 10 times.
Here.
All right, I just want to see what he was saying there.
Got this one right here. And we have this bigger piece here. Right here.
This is
Now,
this.
folks,
I
can't even
do.
begin
This
to
part
make
is
these
interesting,
things out.
for
However,
sure.
we do know the difference between natural and non-natural.
Let's see if he does anything else.
See it?
Still on this.
And we have a
So
lot
yeah,
of
like this
photo,
is
folks.
this is what this guy's channel is. It's this. It's analyzing photos mostly of Mars, but he's done like some other satellite photography that we've done of various moons, including the moon. And he does this, and some of it, like I said, is incredibly fascinating. He found something in a photo of the moon that blew my mind one day, and I've talked about it before, and I still don't know what to make of it, to be completely honest. So yeah, Mars Anomalies and Beyond. I think he's got another channel, Moon Anomalies and Beyond. Go check him out. It's definitely, if you have any interest in this sort of stuff, it's definitely worth the watch. What else we got? Newly released document reveals index of UFO cases. Let's see what old patron Saint DeFoya has to say.
Getting a glimpse inside the Pentagon's UFO office has been quite challenging, despite people thinking they're all of a sudden being transparent. Hey everybody, this is John Greenwald Jr. with theblackvault.com. At least now we have a little bit of a glimpse. Not much.
Just remember to take a moment and just really appreciate what John Greenwald has done for the community. He has done more fucking hard groundwork than most people today. The amount of money and bullshit he's put up with to get even some of these documents, the community cannot thank John Greenwald enough.
Some of you will be let down, but there's actually some important aspects of this story that I wanted to bring to you guys. Now, for those who watch theblackvault.com, you'll know that I did publish a written article about this. I'm sorry I'm a little behind doing video updates, but for some of you, you may not have seen that article, so this is new to you. Let me go ahead and bring up the screen here, show you what I published. This is the article on theblackvault.com. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Just go to theblackvault.com, or if you're watching on YouTube, check the description below. I'll link directly to it. Newly released document reveals index of UFO cases at the Pentagon's AARO. That is the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or AARO. That is their fancy name for the UFO Investigation Office. Now, obviously, it's changing and all that, but when I filed this, AARO was the name, and I'm sure it'll change probably 67 more times through the end of this year, all making it more difficult to follow and track all these acronyms. But regardless, this was a document that I went after to essentially get a listing of cases that were tagged unidentified aerial phenomena. To my surprise, they actually released something to me. But again, some of you may be let down because to some of you this isn't useful, but there's still important aspects to it. A real quick refresher, there were 510 UAP reports as of 30 August 2022. That was per the newest UAP report that was published. The 2022 report came out in 2023, but whatever, that won't add confusion, I'm sure. So only 510. The list that they released to me, and here it is in all its glory, just a bunch of numbers. There's 511 of them, and the cutoff date for data is December 6, 2022.
I think we talked about
Now,
this in the last show.
Point that out? Because they only added one case from 30 August 2022 to, again, December of the same year that was worthy of the tag of unidentified aerial phenomena. Not sure if that's encouraging, not sure if that's discouraging. I'll let you guys decide that one. But it's interesting nonetheless to see that there are additional cases being added to their database, and it is growing. So they're still looking into it. And what's also, I don't know, maybe I'll try and be an optimist here. What's also encouraging about it is they're not just adding a bunch of stuff in there saying, hey, look, we're actually doing something. Rather, I'm hoping that there's a very intricate process for them to analyze it, brush over the case, and see if it's essentially worthy enough to go into the database for storing and for subsequent investigation. Now, as I mentioned before, there's kind of a couple things here that may not really mean much to people and go, well, this is kind of useless. It's just a bunch of numbers.
What does it say about my attention span that I wish this was a 30-second video? Like, I've got to get off TikTok. For Christ's sake, my attention span has dropped so drastically in the last couple of years. No offense, John Greenwald. I'm listening. You got me.
But here's where it's encouraging. Now we see the serial numbering system that they use. We see how they name the files. And to anybody who utilizes the FOIA, what good is that? Easy. You can FOIA that case number. Now, if I
That's a great point.
For every one of these 511 cases, in number one, 511 different requests, they would do what's called aggregating that request into one and likely say it's too broad, just simply because there's just too many of them. Right before,
but if you get 511 people going after one each.
5 cases at random. I think I did the lowest number I could find, the highest number that I can find, and 3 or so kind of in between, just to kind of see what I come up with. That is not a overly burdensome request, so I shouldn't get that kicked back. So for those of you who want to take a stab at this, select some of those numbers. And I'm happy to even tell you what case numbers that I requested. So let me know if you want to know.
Oh, this is such a great idea for the community.
And you guys can request other cases just to see what happens. Will they release it? Well, keep in mind, there's a video on this channel. I've written about it. It's a big obstacle to overcome. But all of the visuals that are associated with these serial numbers are going to be classified. I'm still fighting it. But according to the DOD, everything is not releasable when it comes to photographs and videos. But there's still written material.
Horseshit.
That could mean a pilot testimony report. That could mean an investigation report. That could mean stuff they collected, but they didn't investigate it. Especially with some of the older cases, it sounds like they're going back and either archiving it or potentially looking into cases of decades old. And that's all great. So there's a lot of written material that may become very challenging for them in a legal sense to exempt it. So photos and videos, their argument is it's taken by sensitive and sometimes classified instrumentation. They don't want us to reveal our capabilities. But in the same regard, when it comes to written stuff, you don't have that excuse anymore. So now, what's that excuse going to be? And, well, they may have one, and they'll try it, and I'll appeal nonetheless. Or we could be pleasantly surprised, and there'll be a lot of unclassified or declassified material that they feel that they do not have an exemption that they can fall back on.
I love this idea. I wonder if there is somewhere where we're keeping track of what has been requested. It's probably in the video, and I'll find out later. But swing on over here. Black Vault Originals on YouTube. John Greenwald, blackvault.com. Yeah. Take part in this. Everybody take part in this. Let's get all 511. This is an excellent idea. 3 cheers for John Greenwald. What else we got? We got another Mars anomaly and beyond. Do we want to see what the Spirit rover anomaly is? We're doing a lot of space shit tonight.
A lot of people don't know this, but if you have the app on your phone, you could be using it to make up to 10
All right. Jesus Christ, Disturbed.
June 20th. You can also find it here on APOD, which is the astronomy picture of the day, and this was May 30th, 2011, okay? And you see right here, it's got an explanation. It says, this is the last thing that the Spirit rover on Mars ever saw. Operating years beyond original expectations, Spirit eventually got mirrored in Martian dirt and then ran out of power when investigating the unusual home plate surface features on Mars. Yet Spirit got caught. There may be other reasons why it got caught, right? Anyway, let's zoom into this. I want to show you guys right off the bat. First of all, we get this pukey color, and we're going to try to get it off. But how many here, look at this, right here, this hill. All of the foreground, everything looks pretty darn good. Let's just back up just a little bit, get the whole photo in there. Looks pretty darn good. I can see the rocks and stuff like that. Of course, there are some things that are being covered up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at this right here. You got half a colored rock, but look at the line here. I find this interesting. Check this out. This is right here. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little smaller as far as lines. Okay, right here you got this line going like this, and then you got this other weird looking rock type thing. Wait a minute, how does one rock go into another rock? How is that possible? That doesn't make any sense. It's like they were like, you know, they're just kind of...
I don't think that's what's happening.
Just to get rid of whatever they don't want. Go into another... You got this line...
I think, follow my mouse here, this is the rock, and it goes like this, down. This is shadow because this is a mound of dirt. This is a shadow reflecting this, but I think the rock just goes like that. This part, though, is strange. I'll give him that.
And then you got this other weird looking rock type thing. Wait a minute, how does one rock go into another rock? How is that possible? That doesn't make any sense. It's like they were like, you know, they're just kind of blocking stuff out randomly just to get rid of whatever they don't want you to see. And like I said, I've done a video on this, and it literally looked like some kind of weird end of a craft where it had like these, look like lights or something at the bottom or something like that. It's pretty crazy. If you guys have been following along, you know exactly what I've done. All right. With that being said, who here believes that this in the background actually looks like it's inverted?
Let's find out. Show us, buddy.
Now I'm going to get rid of this pukey color, or the orangey, rusty looking color. You guys can have a better look. Okay. I'm just going to back up a little bit again. Now I'm not doing anything other than just taking the color out. And I'm going to show you what I mean, just so you guys know that I'm not trying to do anything to this photo other than just I'm going to do an auto color. That's all we're going to do here. That's it. Okay. Now, when you look at this, I can see this foreground here looks perfectly fine. Of course, there's stuff hidden in here too. I've done, like I said, I've done an extensive video on this particular area, but I never noticed this before because you'll notice from photo to photo, there's discrepancies in them, and there shouldn't be. There's things that you see in this photo, go to another one, that's supposed to be the same exact area, same view and everything, and yet there's stuff, different rocks, different other things. And this background is no different.
This is
you guys can
something
look for this,
I've seen before. I don't know what to make of it, but it is true.
Better quality, and yet you don't see what you're seeing here. Now, when you look at this whole area, but what happens to something that's already inverted? Let's have a look. Okay, now check this out here in the background.
This just, I mean, this curve is strange, but it just looks like collapsed.
Again, this is all you this time, guys, and I like to do these every now and
It
then.
just looks like
because,
collapsed
you know,
Earth
sometimes you get
or
these
Mars, I
little
guess.
comments, people going, well, you know, you're suggesting it, so therefore people think the bat, it's like a power of suggestion, so you're leading these people on. Okay, this time you guys get full reign of this. You guys tell me what you think. Okay, again, I'm seeing what looks like things here. Right? Let's zoom in, see if we can find it.
So the problem with what he's doing here is a lot of this is digital artifacting. I feel like I talk about digital artifacting here and on TikTok quite a lot. This is in the distance. We're already zoomed in on a picture, and even NASA cameras aren't great, and the photos they release to the public are a little compressed, and then when you keep doing it like he's doing, it's getting even more compressed. He's zooming in further. It's more digital artifacting. Some of this stuff is strange, sure, but when you are zooming in, you're going to see a lot of shit. And so when you start to enhance these pictures, like if you use a sharpen tool, which I don't know if he has yet, it doesn't look like he has, but that is going to become, you're going to enhance those artifacts. They're not necessarily in the picture. It's something the camera or the image itself has, you've imbued upon it.
And I can see these pieces like this here. See that? This piece right here coming straight down. You can see it like that right there.
Like I'm
So
squinting to
stuff
see
is
that.
in fact in the photo, but like I said,
Kind
what
of,
it is
kind
they've
of.
inverted it. At least that's the way I feel it. So now you can see this background looks absolutely inverted. You can see that, right? How come the bank looks more normal now? Now let's keep going with this. Okay, now it's completed. Because I wanted to do the side over here on the right as well. Right on this side. Okay, so you can see this weird looking thing here, and that's also in the photo, guys. Check this out. It's right there. But again, this whole area looks completely inverted. And that's what I've got for a finished photo.
It's the red dwarf.
Now, keep in mind that this part right here
It's
may not be
cold
full at all, but
outside.
that's
There's
part
no
of the stitch.
kind of atmosphere.
That's part of the stitch of this photo when they stitch these together. See that? So, it doesn't matter.
I'll
This
give him
is
that.
come out
That does
further.
look like a
I don't
stitch
know.
there. You can
I'm
almost
sure
trace it all the
actually
way.
It looks like it comes out further. I don't know just how far that comes out, but there you go. Pieces sticking out here. Okay. Those pieces are in fact in there. I'm going to go ahead and... Yeah. It could be anything. There is no wrong answer.
The section's wild, but I do think it's mostly digital artifacting.
I've got my ideas. Maybe you guys have some other ideas too. You guys tell me
I
what you
fucking
think.
love this channel.
Anyway,
This
guys,
channel's so
let's get
fun.
outta here.
Like it doesn't,
Again, this is a viewer participation.
whatever he's pulling out of it, it doesn't matter. The channel itself is so fucking fun. The real proof, drone films, Bigfoot. Oh, it's Para Breakdown. Let's see what Para Breakdown has to say. Sometimes I really love Para Breakdown. Sometimes, shut
These
up.
military special
Oh
forces
my
are
god. Sometimes I love Para Breakdown. I love their point of view, but once in a while I find they're just a little too dismissive.
Hi there. Remember my last video that pokes a bit of fun at NVTV's Mackenzie River drone video? You know, the one that shows an alleged Bigfoot walking along the river? Here's a recap. Well, before I continue, just let me say that NVTV
Jesus.
are known for taking other people's videos and using them for their own means, mostly for hoaxing. If you look back on my channel, you would be sure to find several examples. And well, this is yet another one of those. Now, for those of you who wish to see some real footage, here is some awesome shots. These shots
Okay,
are
come on, but
provided
we don't
by
got on light. What do you got for me, Para Breakdown?
portion of this video ended up in the hands of NVTV, who decided to run amok with it.
Alright, so this is the clip right there. It just looks like a dude walking. However, I agree with Para Breakdown here. How they came up with that's Bigfoot, I don't fucking
In
know.
regards to what was taken and used by the bottom feeders of NVTV, Matt with Mackenzie River Drone Photography had this to say.
Hey guys, Matt here with Mackenzie River Drone Photography. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about two videos being passed around as
Headspace
Bigfoot videos.
Fix your
These
webcam.
two videos are trying to claim that the footage is proven Bigfoot. Both these videos were taken from my I Love Oregon video. They took about 11 seconds worth of footage and created their own videos out of it. This was done without my knowledge or my permission, so I figured I would talk a little bit about it and clear it up. The 11 seconds of footage they used is actually a shot of my visual spotter for when I go out and fly my drone. I always have a second person with me.
There it is.
Kind of my second set of
Fucking
eyes.
good work, Para Breakdown.
Keeps me informed.
Good work. What else we got? I listen to a lot of Iron Cthulhu Apocalypse. I used to do the music for the podcast. I listen to a lot of their stuff while I write, so I really highly suggest it. Mysterious Middle East is another great channel that you should watch. It deals with paranormal shit in the Middle East throughout history and folklore. Really, really crazy and inventive. Well, not inventive. Really crazy and interesting stuff. I cannot recommend them enough. We're not going to watch it now. You should go in blind, to be totally honest. Let's see. A haunted house. Do we want to watch a fucking ghost video? We'll watch one more and then we'll call it. Hunter see cube UFO at Coos Bay. There we go. That's what we're watching. This was supposed to be full screen. I don't know what the fuck happened. Let's go back. Oh, okay. You guys got it. I don't know. It does look like it's rotating, but that could be something on the mountain. That could some sort of tower. It could be fuck, I don't know. Anything. I don't see anything that screams that it's floating in midair. It does look like it's rotating though. Let me go back to the original footage. Yeah, it's so foggy. Like, maybe it's rotating. Maybe that's a camera glitch. It is really moist looking out there. And they don't seem to give a shit about it. They're just like, okay. So if that was like floating and it was something super abnormal, don't you think they would have better reaction? Personally, I think it's something reflective on the side of the mountain, and they recognized it as whatever. It was some sort of structure, and that's why they walked away. I don't think it was anything. I don't think it's a fucking cube UFO. Strangely, none of us remembered this. It wasn't until I was moving some random video clips I did discover it. I have the video again, very oddly. Where did this video come from? Just UFO sightings daily? I need a better source than that. You got to give me a name or something. This means nothing. You could have very easily just made this bullshit story up. I don't know. I think he found nothing. I wish it was real, but I don't think it is. I'm not an expert, but I play one on YouTube. So anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out. My name's Asa Morris. This is A Low Strangeness. I am so happy to be alive. Hundreds of structures found in moon crater. One more. Hold on.
Why are some New York homeowners still paying for electricity when they could be getting free government assistance to go solar?
Because most of us aren't homeowners. Most of us are so fucking broke we have to rent apartments with 4 friends. That's why. How do you fucking grab those apples right off the ground? We're just going to quickly look at this.
Have a look at the smaller pieces. And there's a ton of little things all in here as well.
See, I just love this, like, I don't know, fucking dirt. And then he's like, actually, check out these 14 hexagons.
You can pause it right here. Have a look at it with your magnifier if you're looking at bring up the dock area. That's where you find this stuff. Okay. Enhancement. Have a better look, shall we? Okay. Now, we'll start from up here, relatively in the top area. It's completely whited out. That are just, okay. Some of them, you'll see like a shape, like I said, half the object will be really bright.
I have to assume that things like this are camera error, right? Or fissures. Look at these straight lines going all the way down. That has something to do with the camera, right? Or I don't know. Somebody explain this to me. Explain it to me next time. Whenever that is. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. Whenever that is. I'm Asa. This is A Little Strangeness. Thanks so much for hanging out. And I'll see you next time, which will probably be in a couple days or so. I don't know. Goodbye.